Just a quick message, folks, to anyone that follows this channel. Just 3 points to make, and the first two are irrelevant. I wouldn't have even brought them up. I promise you, they've not bothered me, upset me, or scarred me at all. The third point needs addressing, so because I'm mentioning the third point, I'll mention the other two. I've had a few messages over the last few days with different things on there. I had one the other day, about a week ago now. Somebody said, "Oh, you're a Tory worshipper," or something, blah, 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 blah. And then about 2 days ago, maybe it was yesterday, he said, "Oh, Tory boy." And I thought, where's all that coming from? Not that it matters to me, don't bother me. I'm bringing it up. I wouldn't have done if it wasn't for point 3, which I'll get to at the end, because that's the important point. The first two don't mean anything really. But I thought I've stated on a few times on this channel before, I've never ever in my life, and I've got to be 60s now, voted for any party whatsoever, ever. I've never really trusted anybody, and at this moment in time, I certainly trust nobody. I don't trust Sunak, I don't trust Starmer, neither of them. I couldn't vote for either of them. Honestly, I could not. And I don't think anybody over the last 5 or 6 months has knocked the Tories and certain things that they've done more on the channel than me, but tried to be even-handed about it. But anyway, that's by the by. No, I don't think I'm a Tory boy, but that said, I don't know what one is. How does a Tory boy look and act? I don't know what they do. I don't know. But anyway, I don't think I'm a Tory boy, but you keep saying it. As I say, I've mentioned it. I promise you it's not affected me one iota. Number 2, I've got a fellow, I think it might be the same fellow that did a couple of weeks ago. He's messaged me today correcting me grammar. Well, not only am I not a Tory boy, but I'm not a Cambridge Don or Eton or Oxford educated. I'm not the cleverest soul in the world. I don't profess to be. Keep correcting, I've got no problem with it. Again, it doesn't bother me. But I'm surprised you've got the time to do it. I'm surprised it interests you. But as I say, if you want to do it, just keep doing it. It won't bother me one iota. Let's get to the third point. That's the most important one. And I'd like to air this because this channel, as I've said in the past, is all about honesty. I give my opinion on loads and loads of subjects. Many of them, or some of them, will be controversial. Many of them have seen me get some brickbats from certain supporters of people like your Russell Brands and your Dan Wooten and people like that. Are not many stars on the TV, people that I think are crap and that are robbing a living or don't deserve the great wealth that they've amassed over the last few years because they've got no talent. I had a follower on here yesterday, Mark, a good guy by the way, mentioning Rylan. I've knocked Rylan on a number of occasions. I don't like him. I don't think he's talented. I don't think he's particularly good. There's nothing about him I like. I'm not keen on all his plastic surgery and the turkey teeth and whatever else, but that's his wish, that's his own want, and that's fine. But I've never rated him, and I think he's got where he is because he was on X Factor, and the problem with X Factor was he was crap on there. He couldn't sing. He was absolutely atrocious. But the British public love a weirdo and a loser, and he was both of them on there. They took him to the hearts. I don't understand it, but they did, and he's got job after job after job after job on the back of that. As I say, Mark likes him. I don't. Mark's sensible enough to realise that we all have opinions, and funnily enough, Mark's one of the guys that's on the channel that every time he comments I agree with nearly everything he says, and I'm normally 110% behind everything he says. I don't on this one, he doesn't with me. That's fine. We have opinions, we don't fall out over it. I'm not saying I don't like you, Mark, because you like Ryland. He's not saying I'm going to leave your channel grumpy because you don't like who I like. He's level-headed, he's sensible. That's fine. But I've had a comment today that half bothered me, and as the last hour or two's passed, it's bothered me more. And it's only because I want to address it. No one will have read it or had anyone, but I want to say something and again that I say all the time, and I do. I've never yet banned anybody from this site. I never want to. I never expect to, no matter what they say, because regardless of what I've said in the last couple of minutes, I really am thick-skinned, and nothing bothers or worries me. I've never, ever, ever rubbed a comment out, and I mean ever. To this day, I've never rubbed a comment, and I never expect to. I've had somebody on today saying, you're rubbing out comments, you say you never do, you always said you'd never do it, I think that's worse than this, that or the other. Anyway, I've messaged back to tell this person I've never done it at all, and I never would, I never have done, I never want to. I have said, and this is true, when I put the videos up on a daily basis, I have like a running log of all the videos that I've got there, and next to the log it'll say how many views I've got and how many comments have come in. And I'll often look at a video and it'll say I've got 1 comment or 2 comments or 3, and I think, well, where are they? I've not had a comment on this video, I've not seen a comment. And I'll click where the comment thing is, where it says 1 or 2, and I'll click and try and open it, and it's not opening, and I'm thinking, how do you do it? How do I find out if they've got to me or not? Now I'm guessing, although I don't know. I mean, I could have a glitch in the system, but I think it's probably not that. I think YouTube, that they look at comments and they screen them and let things through or hold things. I don't know. I really don't know. But that's all I'm guessing it can be. The reason I'm saying that even more so now, I thought that anyway, but I'm thinking it more so now is because the guy that's mentioned this to me and said you're deleting comments, I click his thing and I look on his thing, and it's another account that's opened in the last 2, 3 or 4 weeks. Now, I've had about 6 accounts of 6 supposedly different people. I believe they're all the same person. I've brought this up before on a video, and they may have missed it when I said it. I believe what I've got is I'm doing sort of some videos on the snake oil salesmen, the people that I say giving tips to punters and charging money for it, and I don't agree with it. I don't agree with the way they're doing things. And I know that some of these sites, I know of the sites that are free, like a guy called Flat Cap Callum, who I've recommended before, The Glorious Uncertainty, who I've seen bits of but not a lot of, Callum 500 or Callum 50 or Callum 5 or whatever he calls himself. He changes with the wind. I've mentioned these sites. I know they've all had really, really nasty comments on from various individuals. And I know these individuals, what they've done, they've put nasty comments on there, and then when they've been banned from the sites, they've changed their names and come on again, because I've read threads in the past. I'm on about before even my channel started. And I know that there's been interaction between the people that run these channels and this person or people that keep putting really, really nasty comments on there. And what they've done with them, they've barred them, and then they've come on again as something else, and they've gone through all that process. I think I've got that person or people on my channel. They love me calling the Sandrovich, Peter's Racing Tips. They love me calling Maurice, but they're trying to steer me to call Flat Cap Callum, Flat Cap Callum, yeah, because what am I on about? Connor, and also the Glorious Uncertainty. Well, I won't call any of them 3 because none of them 3 have done me any harm, and I certainly won't call Flat Cap because I think he's great at what he does, and I think he's great for the people that follow him. But they try to put words in my mouth and try to make me say this, that and the other on their behalf. And I've said in the past on one video, I'm not going to do that. That's not the way I operate. Anything that I say on camera here, I mean, and it's from my mouth only. I don't need anybody else to put words into my mouth. It works pretty well itself, as you can see. I've got plenty of things to say. And I think this person, has put some nasty things, because they were all on the back of some of the Neil Maurice things I've done. I think they've put comments in about Neil Maurice. They've probably been really, really bad. And I'm guessing YouTube have blocked them, but I don't know. I'm only guessing. And I'm guessing this because, as I say, the person that's mentioned today about me blocking comments, I've gone on this person's profile and the account's been opened in the last 2 weeks or 4 weeks. And I'm thinking, that's going to be this fella again. I think he visits me under about 4 or 5 guises, and on some of them he's nice, and on some not as nice. Not to me, but to others. I've had a couple of comments off one of these people in a couple of months ago about some, I think it was Connor 500 or whatever else, and I've read it and I've just not replied to it. If there's things on there that I just don't like and I think sent to be hurtful and sent to inflame things and sent to get me saying things on other people's behalf, I just don't reply to them. So, message back to the person who said I wipe comments. Number 1, I don't. Number 2, I'm guessing maybe YouTube do. And number 3, I'm guessing you're this person or people that have attacked Flat Cap Callum, Connor and the Glorious Uncertainty on many occasions, and you want me to do the same on your behalf. Well, as I've said in the past, I won't. You can keep visiting the channel if you want. You can get as nasty as you want to me or anything that I do and whatever else. It won't bother me. But even with you, whoever you are, I still won't ban you. You just say what you want. I won't ban you. You know, in the end, you'll get fed up with it. Simple as that, and you'll go away. You'll realise there's nothing for you here, and there's not. Okay? And that's it. As I say, folks, again, I've never, ever wiped a comment, never, ever banned anything at all. And I don't expect to start now.